I think first of all, the DACH region is a really big region. It's like one of the most important regions there are in Central Europe, and it consists of Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. It has German as like the common language, but a lot of like languages are still included, and it's very like diverse. Austria is very different to Germany. I mean, the Bavarians are a bit closer to the Austrians. The North Germans are a bit different too. Like you have the Swabians, you have very different groups of people. So it's like hard for me to go into like detail for each region because it's just so diverse. But I'm going to say a bit more broad and due to the variety of cultures. And like I said, they share German and as a common language, but they're very diverse in terms of the culture, the people, and also the business processes. So some people or some regions, I would say, prefer a more informative approach. Uh, some prefer or value more personal relationships, and some were completely different. And it really depends. So you have to like find out in your first call, like what is the persona that you're talking to, and see what you have to adapt, basically. And it also depends on the size of the company. The big concerns, the big corporates are definitely more international. They're looking for new technologies, but smaller companies, smaller businesses, they tend to, yeah, um, basically stick to what they have already, and you have to really clear that they can trust you and that they also value what you bring to them. So I would say it's a challenging market due to the variety of like regions, basically. And
Yeah.
it's hard to say like this is one good trick that works for all of it. But I think that overall, like trust and value are the most essential ones. So I would say. Like I said, I feel like your email outreach should reflect the two things that I said. You should bring value and then also make them trust you. So I feel like an informative email outreach. Um, Roundtables work very well. I think events in general. For me, cold calling is my strong suit. So I feel like if you get people on the phone and you get people into a conversation, it's always a great start. And other than that, I think also like because especially like mid-sized companies, they tend to work a lot with partners, also the bigger ones, obviously, but like a strong relationship with key partners of the region as well is important. So, but it's
Yes.
like the whole approach, like a very multi-channel approach that kind of like touches everything. Also LinkedIn, email, etc. I think one mistake is that they try to do too much and basically writing too many emails, too many not personalized emails. But in fact, you should like personalize it. Really, like I said, bringing the value, have a good strategy to your towards the company and also the persona. And you should not try to expect quick results and like a fast like pipeline because it takes some time to build trust. It takes some time to get like a good relationship, but in the end, the investment pays off. Like I said before, people are a bit hesitating towards new technology and rather stick to their working solutions. So you should really try to show the benefit of your product and try to convince them with like information and trust and value, basically.
Mm. Do you feel like the DACH region and the Germans are more, they are avoiding more other new technologies other than other countries?
I think they're a bit hesitant. I think they need
Yeah.
to hear about you first from someone else, you know, like a recommendation, and then they might evaluate you. And therefore, I think it's like important to have like partners and also good marketing that they saw you before. Because if
Yeah.
you would just call them out of the blue and they never heard of you, it's going to be a hard time. You're going to have a hard time to kind of like get the interest and to have them on the phone for the minutes that you need, basically.
Yeah.
Um, a good strategy for the specific region, a good strategy for the company and the persona, but also patience, empathy, and knowing the region, the ability to build strong relationships, which happens BDRs from top performing ones, as I would say in the market. I would say like trying to create interest on the phone. Basically, I think that as a BDR, your main competence is like getting interest on the phone. I feel like that should be your main competence.
Nice.